Tonight we will wind up Week 5 with a good battle, as it'll be the Patriots of Portland taking on the New York Giants.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Now Barkley. Connecting over the middle with Downs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This Giant defense, they were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Here's Christian McCaffrey. His pops was a Giant for 3 years. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like, you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And it's a fumble. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here. A turnover followed by a turnover.
Not exactly what we expected going into the game, but I always wonder about the nerves and people starting, the emotions of the game. Sometimes it takes a little while for that to play out and for them to settle in. Let's hope that that's taken care of now.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
2nd and 5. Here's Barkley. And that's incomplete. You talk about this Giant defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that. From the gun on 3rd down. Barkley. And that's incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Childress. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Giants had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And our statistician, Ben Ramsar, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss rolling in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now, because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme, come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way in. For a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ear?
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his second interception.
This one complete to Gresham. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Operating from the gun, Childress escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. We're scoreless after one. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Operating from the gun, Childress flushed out right. Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safe.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Now he's loose at the 40. Christian McCaffrey to the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So first and goal from the 9-yard line. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Off the bootleg. Barkley rolling to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. But the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on third and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone and not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On first down, Childress. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. That'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Barkley. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Barkley again. They'll fight for the end zone, but they will stop him again. Shy of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Off the play fake. Childress. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Giants post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. McCaffrey on the counter. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Barkley. That complete to Downs. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Flush to his right. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on first down. Childress. His throw incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
He finds his man complete. That's Little. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And his kick here is good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Giants.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the... He can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Reeves. And this taken in by Downs. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Off play action. Reeves airing this one out for Evans. And he's got it inside the 10. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 47 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. McCaffrey will take this one in. Touchdown, Patriots. Extra point attempt to come here. And it's 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing again. Childress. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Fielded just inside the 20. A good head down running on the return, gets about 15 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Off the bootleg. Reeves on the move to his left.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun. Reeves airing this one out for Evans. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They're going to try and throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. Josh Downs, his second touchdown season. And the Patriots' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. A first down carry for Barkley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. There he goes, right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Steps away. Short throw, that's caught by Davis. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So no gain on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. So they don't get anything out of that completion. I guess when you roll out of the pocket like he did there to the left, if you're going to throw it, you better gain some yardage.
Now, can you just hear the old school coaches right now? You threw it for no yards? They don't want the ball in the air unless something positive is going to happen downfield. In that case, they'd rather have the quarterback try and run it himself. Just take care of the ball. If nothing else, just slide and get down. Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long.
Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Reeves. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Patriots first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. On 1st and 10, Reeves. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Second and 10. To throw again, Reeves. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 1. The slot man in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 1st down, Reeves. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 132 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. In motion right is Evans. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Reeves. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. To throw on third down. Reeves. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Touchdown, Patriots. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away from going back on top here in the fourth. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this off. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. Barkley inside handoff. He will push his way down to about the 14. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's third down. And they'll try to run the option here. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Boy, you know, some plays you can just sort of tell they're not going to work from the start, and that was one of them right there.
Yeah, I mean, he had every option taken away, and so all that was left for him to do was to try and keep it himself, but even he knew that he had nowhere to go.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. This is 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoor them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Back to throw. This is caught by Evans. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense.
as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. How about the call to come with a blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going. And I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Well, you need your best play here, no doubt. 4th down and 8.
Try it here. He's back to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Giants have just about sewn up this football game.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
We all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for the Giants, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for Portland, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.